So the important thing about having these wildcats here at Folly Farm is the awareness of the plight of endangered species at home in Wales as opposed to around the world. Folly Farm works all over the globe with lots of different conservation projects, but these cats highlight what's happening here in Wales. The current situation in Wales is that 1 in every 3 mammal species is threatened with extinction. Now, what does that mean for us? It means there are animals that we recognise as being quite common animals to us in books that are living out in our countrysides that within the next few years could disappear completely if action isn't taken now. The wildcats themselves, less than 100 years ago, were still roaming around in the Welsh mountains, and unfortunately we didn't look after them, they were persecuted and they went extinct. We really don't want that to happen to any more species. Caradog and Merddin, the 2 wildcats themselves, are part of a European-wide breeding programme for wildcats. Now, a lot of people recognise wildcats as being the Scottish wildcat, and indeed the only native population wild left in the UK is based up in the Highlands of Scotland. However, the Scottish wildcat is a bit of a misleading term because wildcats are actually found all across Europe, and this particular type of wildcat used to roam Wales, England and Scotland. So for us, being part of a managed breeding programme is really important, and we're going to use these cats here at Folly Farm as ambassadors for their species. You can come and hopefully see them whether they're snuggled up in their nest box or whether they're wandering around and exploring their habitat, as ambassadors that will teach people that if we don't look after our own backyard, then other species will go the way of the wildcat. So the habitat that our wildcats live in here at Folly Farm not only provides them with all the necessities that they need to thrive here at the park, but it also teaches our guests that come into Folly Farm about all the other things that we want you to look after. So you can come and have a look around. There's lots of hints and tips and signage about what you can do in your own back garden at home. And because conservation doesn't have to be multi-million-pound organisations working all over the world, it really can be as simple as putting up a bird box or a bird feeder in your own back garden, or even a pile of logs that insects can hibernate in there over the winter months when it's cold. We can actually do an amazing amount of renaturing in our own backyards for very little money.